Hi everyone. So today we're going to look at a card with an added surprise because it has a box section. Okay, so we've done these before, but we've always done them so that they folded flat to go in an envelope. But this time I thought with Christmas some way away we'd go for the little box that can slip inside and you can fill it with presents. So it's a novel way of gift wrapping something. Here's another one that's not Christmassy, and again it's got a little sliding box to go in it. So they're relatively simple and they don't take a lot of card. So the first thing that I've done is I've cut two pieces of card. This is both from an A4, but we're going to cut them 14.5 centimetres wide by 21. So all the measurements as usual will be up in the top corner. So the first one, we don't need to do anything to it because that's our back piece. So that is going to be this piece that goes all the way down to the back. Okay, so we'll put that to one side. This piece here, we need to get our scoreboard. Okay, so we have our scoreboard and we're going to score every 5 centimetres. 5, 10, 15, 20. And we will have this small piece at the end, which is going to be our joining piece. Okay, so I'm going to burnish those. And what I want to do is to make sure when I'm folding these that it's level both sides. Fold the next one, check it's level, fold the next one, check it's level, and lastly I need to do this one. Now I like to make sure I fold it a bit further so I can see the sides. Okay, so we're going to place double-sided tape along this piece and we're going to join the whole lot together. Now I've seen so many people that will hold it up in the air and try and join it. Fold in one complete section and then just fold the other one to meet it, and it will be exact. If you've done all your score lines right, this will be right. Now I want to find out which bit is joined, which is this bit here, and I want that to be at the top of my box section. So I've got to stick this back piece here. So I'm going to take this and put my tape on it now so I don't get confused. To secure it with 3 pieces. You can use wet glue if you like. And I'm going to take my back piece, fold it over so that this is at the bottom, line it up, while it's flat, press it down. Then when I stand up my back piece, this is fixed at the back, but this will stand up. And you can do your card exactly like that with nothing in between, and it will fold flat. Okay, to go in a normal size envelope. But we're taking it a little bit further than that today. Okay, so I'll lay that down there. We still need our scoreboard. And now I've got a piece that is 24 centimetres by 14.5. And this is going to make our box. So what I want to do is score 5 centimetres, easy measurements to remember, all the way round. It took me ages to get this to be exactly how I wanted it. So we've got 5 centimetres all the way round. That down. Now I'm going to turn over to the back because I'm going to draw on here and show you where we wish to cut. So if I go down this first score line here and down this one, okay, and I want to take out a small wedge from there to make it easier to assemble. Turn it round and I'm going to mark these and a small wedge. There's no right or wrong measurement. So I'm going to take my scissors and I want to cut up so that I'm actually removing the score line. Be very careful. So up to there. Take out the wedge. Score line. Take out a wedge. There we go. So that's all there is to it. Now these pieces here, if I was to leave them as they are, when I cross them over, they're going to interfere with the box closing properly. So I'm just going to take my scissors and snip off a bit of the length. Okay. Again, no measurements needed. As long as we've got a tab here and here, that's going to be fine. So next thing we need to do is on one end we need to add a brad to help open the drawer. So I'm going to take my little tool here, little pokey tool, and in the centre of there I'm just going to make a hole to put the legs of the brad through. Open it out, turn it over and then press it home. That's an important part of it, just to make sure that that is seated properly. Okay. So you can use, say, wet glue. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of double-sided tape on each of these tabs that we've cut. If you're going to use wet glue, do make sure you leave it time to dry. Two. To start with one end, it doesn't matter which end. Fold that in, and if I look on the outside, I can check that this is perfectly in line with my corner. Next one. Turn it round, check this is perfectly in line, and that has covered the legs of my brad. Now we go to this end. Look from the outside, check it's perfectly in line. And press it home. Right, I like to give each of the corners just a quick squeeze, and let's bring this back in, and I'm hoping it will slot straight in and reach both ends, but be a nice loose finish. Okay, going to look at decorating it. So it doesn't matter whether you leave the box in to decorate, but I've got this Whopper Topper from Hunky Dory, and I'm going to remove that. We're going to use that one. I'm going to use the 4 corners. One, 2, 3, 4. So I have my 4 corners. Thank you ever so much. I'm going to take out this greeting. And I've got 2 extra panels here, which I could use, but I don't think I'm going to at the moment. So I've also picked out some of these toning papers. Look how beautifully that goes together. So I could have green at the bottom. I think I'm going to go with a darker colour at the bottom. Now I want to cover the entire piece on the back piece. So I'm going to take double-sided tape. I'm going to put a few strips across. Now I'm going to take this one off at the bottom, and I'm going to take this and lay this at the bottom with it hanging over both edges, because I can then turn it over to take that out so it'll lie flat, and I can take my knife and simply trim off any that hangs over. If I'd have cut this beforehand and tried to get it straight on, chances are it would have gone slightly skew and I'd have wasted my piece of paper. So there we have our back piece completely covered. Let's slide that in. Okay, so now we're going to look at this front face here. And this piece is 14.5 by 5. So I'm going to go 14 by 4.5. So I've cut my piece 14 by 14, 14 by 5, 14 by 5, and I'm going to attach it, double-sided tape, onto some gold. I want to put a tiny mat all the way round. Into there, and I've left myself plenty of room all the way round because I want to use fancy scissors. To go all the way round. I'm just putting my scissors right on the edge of the piece in the middle. And that way, all I'm getting is a tiny hint of the gold all the way round. It will look as though it's been die cut. There we go. More double-sided tape. And we're going to fit that on there, and I should be able to see a little bit of white all the way round, which I can. Okay. Right, I had a greeting. Thank you ever so much, which will look lovely on there. So I can do it flat or double-sided sticky fixers. I'm going to go flat. So thank you ever so much. And then we're going to decorate this back piece. My main piece is going on first, and I've got some snail trail here. And that's going to fit onto there. Right, now I've got these 4 corners. They need to go on directionally because they're not square, they're a rectangle. There we go. And I'm using this in a bit so that that still forms part of my design. Obviously this one can't go on there, so that's going to have to go to that side. This one needs to go to this side. And this one here will fit perfectly up there. Okay. So, a beautiful way of presenting a small gift. Okay. So that's that one. You can carry on and do extra panels if you like on here. This, you can line the box. There's no limit to what you can go on and add to make it your own. So let's bring in this one, and this one here had a small box in it. This one here has a decorated box made from the same card as this set came from. Okay. So it's got little snowflakes on it. This one has got a little purple, pinky purple brad to it. It's better. Little purple brad, and this one has a little purple brad. So beautiful designs, they stand up nicely and are beautiful to present any small gift you want. So do have a go, have fun, and God bless you all.